Hey, what's up, guys? George here from Sideways Toast, and today I'm going to be doing another episode of Drifting Stock. Today I was in the Infiniti G37, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. I recorded this a while ago and completely lost it, but I found it, so I'm going to upload it now after I voice it over. Yeah, whatever. So it's pretty much what you would expect, relatively. I mean, it has decent horsepower, not like stock cars don't usually have enough horsepower to be effective drift cars, so that's why usually you see them modified, especially because they're just not good enough stock, obviously, to actually do decent drifts. Because I think most effective drift cars I have at least 500 horsepower. For a normal circuit. I know on like the downhills and stuff like that, like Fujimi Kaido and stuff like that, you don't necessarily need as much power because all the momentum of the downhill and stuff like that lets you kind of carry more speed, all that good stuff. But so this car, I know I have a few of them modified. It's a brilliant drift car, front engine rear wheel drive. Can't really go wrong with that. But just these cars stock, it's hard to make lower horsepower drift cars or lower horsepower cars drift well because you just don't have as much control because you're usually just redlining it all the time. Because I found in a lot of these cars you're pretty much hitting the rev limiter in second gear, or you're relatively low in third gear or something like that. And it just doesn't give you as much control for the car. Like, you can't get the wheel spinning as much. You can't achieve as much angle as you would really want to. If you had, like, a higher horsepower car, you would be able to achieve that angle. But unfortunately, you're not able to do that, which is pretty obvious, being that it is a stock car. And, of course, the modified cars do have better characteristics in this car. There's so much room for improvement on it because there's just so many... that was a nice crash there. There's so many things you can do. So if I were to build one, it definitely needs more power. As with most drift cars, all drift cars I build, I put more power into. Just usually, there are no good stock drift. Like, there are fun cars, but there's no, like, if you go into a drifting lobby online with a stock car, I know some people might be able to do well, but I can't do well in those because they're just not good. You can't achieve as much angle. Most cars come with a tune that's designed for maximum grip, which is not necessarily what you want when you're drifting. I know in some cars you might want more grip, but usually for drifting you're going to want to be able to put the tail end out so you can achieve more angle, get more points, that type of thing. So definitely this car needs more power. I'd say somewhere around 5 to 600 would be just fine for it. I definitely go, usually with most of my drift cars I have sport tires on them. I do like the grippier feel, but so with the cars that I do have the sport tires on, usually they have more power, obviously, to get the stickier tires to lose grip. But I think this car doesn't even need that. I think with just the weight reduction, street tires, and maybe 500 horsepower, I think it would be perfectly fine. That's just my opinion. I know for some people that might be not good, but for me that's fine. I do prefer, not all the time, but I kind of sometimes prefer lower horsepower cars for drifting. By that I mean like 500. Sorry, I'm feeling a little sick. About 500 horsepower, 450. I know that for a lot of cars that is nothing, but for like some lighter cars, and sometimes not just more cars, because I find if I practice in a lower horsepower car, when I hop into a higher horsepower car, I'm a lot better at drifting. For that time, like if I'm in a low, maybe, I know after doing a lot of these drifting stock episodes, if I hop into one of my normal drift cars, I'm doing a lot better than I normally would which is kind of odd, but I guess you have to use more of these drifting techniques in the low horsepower cars. Like, you have to do a lot more clutch kicking, e-braking, all that stuff. And I think it builds skills for the higher horsepower cars. So, if you did like this video, don't forget to leave comments, because I make these videos for you people that watch them. So I want to make videos that you'll watch. So leave comments, suggestions for cars to do in the future. I'm probably just going to do some ridiculous cars in the future. I might just do something called, I don't even know what I'll call it, but I might just drift completely stupid cars that are probably not good drift cars. Or I might build a ridiculous car and just try and drift it. I don't know. So if you guys do want to see any of that stuff, leave comments for cars that you do in the future, other series I should do, anything you want, and I probably will be able to do it if I'm not too busy with other things, which I'm probably not for the time being. So if you like this video, don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, of course, subscribe so you can be notified whenever I make a new video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.